recently how I've been playing Salforis in the jungle. I think he's really strong after the patch, even though it didn't really change that much. But as recently as do I have to make it's fine practice. Yeah, today I was watching who was it? It was Fuzzy Sloth streaming, and there was like some guy on the other team who went Lord Salforis jungle, and I mean I didn't look at what he bought or what happened, but he just jungled really slowly, which I thought was kind of sad or funny, considering it was like an 1800 game. So yeah, I was really surprised. I think he hit like level 6 at like 7 minutes or something, which is pretty slow. I've been hitting level 6 pretty consistently around like 5.5 minutes maybe. I wish I knew how to use this. How do I spawn a hero? Tablets, trees, Kongor, extra option, spawner, cursed. Here we go. Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of Salforis jungle after the patch, and I have like a 70-ish% win rate on him in my own bracket. So I've been like winning a lot of games. He's pretty strong in the jungle. He can take triple hard camps easily at level 5, and he can take like any other camps tripled at like level 3, basically 3 or 4. Really quick, if you don't know what his skills do, Q does well, actually, let's start with his passive. And that's a skill we'll be leveling first. It just does an AoE true damage. True damage. Minimum 15 true damage per second. And the other really important part is that he steals regen from all enemy units, both heroes and just any units. So neutrals, creeps, enemy creeps, ancients, what have you, and heroes. That's the most important part for later. For jungling, the part that he steals regen from creeps is really nice. You get a little extra regen while you're creeping, and it actually works very well with his Q, which basically does a little bit of AoE damage. The cooldown scales extremely well as you level. It goes from 10 seconds at level 1 to 4 seconds at level 4 of the skill, which is pretty insane. It also does a ton of damage, and at level oh man, this healer is just like the worst camp, basically. Yeah, at level 4 it does 360 magic damage, which is pretty nuts. The caveat here though is that your enemies regenerate 40% of the damage that they take. They also receive minus 50% healing. So they actually end up regenerating about 20-ish% of the damage taken. But the thing here is that wow, this sucks. There's like range creeps and I can't even get in there. This sucks ass, actually. There we go. The thing is, see how I'm like regenerating health really fast right now? It's because I am leeching the damage that I am doing from my Q, which is huge. It basically gives you like all the sustain that you need in the jungle. So if this were a real game, I'd probably go for the rune immediately, like at 2 minutes, and not wait to get my bottle. Seeing as how I have no opponents right now, I'm getting the bottle first. I'm going to sip it before I grab the rune to get extra charges. Yeah, in a real game, if you have vision of the long lane and mid, and you know that they're not moving, you can kind of afford to do this. Otherwise, you probably want to just go for the rune right away, no matter what it is, and just take it. So yeah, skill build is pretty. Let's see, there are melee creeps here, great. So we can we can start taking them and we could stack it too. Skill build, again, I go the passive first, just because it does so much AoE damage, and it's free. You know, it doesn't cost any mana, and it gives you a little bit of regen. It's absolutely amazing. Sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought. Yeah, and then I max basically the Q after that. So again, the Q does a whole ton of damage. I haven't said anything about the W at all yet. So W gives you move speed. It slows down, at cast time it slows down the enemies around you. And it changes your damage for that attack to superior magic. And I feel like I'm missing something else. Yeah, and it heals. It gives you at level 4 100% lifesteal for that hit, which is huge. Another huge thing about Salforis is that you can stack like this. You queue a camp, and then you walk into or hatchet another camp. So you can stack 2 camps at the same time, even without a hatchet, which is, I mean, oh god damn it, I've completely fucked up. I forgot to take the rune. That was retarded of me. In a normal game, the other rune would absolutely be gone, and you would have just gotten a rune, so I kind of just fucked myself over for this. But sometimes it happens, you know, in game that you're not able to get the rune for whatever reason, or maybe you get ganked in your jungle, so that's good practice for that, and we'll see that. I still get my level 6 pretty quickly. So now I have my Chalice, couriering over the Chalice. So the thing about Salforis is his skills are extremely spammable. Like, this costs almost no mana. It deals roughly 1 billion damage, to put it nicely. That's why I think he's really strong. Yeah. So we're gonna take again, this is gonna be a little slower than usual level 6, but here, we're level 5. We're gonna take also you could ask your support to stack these camps for you. You could easily take a tripled hard camp at level 5 easily. And it's all due to the amount that you regen from where the hell's pause? I don't know where pause is. I don't know how to use this. There's pause. There has to be a pause, right? There we go, instant pause. Anyways, I hit level 6 at like 5.5-ish minutes. Almost 300 GPM. I wasted a whole bunch of time, probably like 10-15 seconds, just like chilling here, sipping my bottle. Especially if I knew that the rune was bottom, I could have just picked up this rune, the refresh rune, and forego that extra one charge. So yeah, that's pretty much Salforis jungle. Before 6 minutes, you have level 6, and you have gold for red boots, blood chalice, bottle. The reason I go this, so I guess let me explain. I guess the little items. Hatchet, pretty straightforward. Chop down trees. If you have someone to chop down the trees for you, you can skip the hatchet and the blights and buy just a shield, and then get a bottle really quickly. You can do it. I kind of just like getting the hatchet anyways. It lets you jungle just that tiny bit faster from the the creep auto attack damage, 32% damage versus non-hero units, right? Buckler, obvious, 60% chance to block 15 attack damage. It's huge. The starting blights you need just because you're going to be taking damage when you do the doubled medium camp. And before you get your bottle is pretty self-explanatory. Your jungle. You're going to need both health and mana regen. Bottle's great for that. You're also obviously going to help your mid by hurting the enemy mid and not letting them get any of the runes. And it obviously helps you jungle by refilling your bottle, so you get more health and mana. Next item, I really think that Chalice is core. Basically, you clear camps at the speed that you do. Pretty much solely due to the fact that you can like spam your skills over and over and over. And if you did not have a chalice, I guarantee you will run out of mana very, 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 very quickly. I'm gonna buy like red boots and a TP. Yeah, if you didn't have mana, you'd run out of you'd jungle extremely, extremely slowly. So what I go after red boots and the TP? I like going Ghost Marchers and Salforis. Thing about Salforis, he does a ton of damage, but he has no way to really catch enemies. He has his W is actually a slow, like I mentioned, but it's not that great. It's 40% tapering slow, so it's okay, but it's not. It's by no means great. What else? All will be bound to me. Yeah, so I like going Ghost Marchers so that you can actually catch your enemies. After that, honestly, I found kind of just about everything works. You can go Icon, you can go Staff. He got a new Staff effect with the recent patch. It's pretty strong, but honestly, I haven't enjoyed it that much, to put it bluntly. Trying to think of what else. Yeah, I like picking up the Icon. I've seen a lot of people pick up Staff. Eventually, you probably want to be picking up a Sheep, just because it's a helpful item for your team, and again, it gives you that catch that you really don't have at all. You have no stuns. One kind of shitty slow that you have to already be next to them for. Yeah. So here I can example. See, W also gives you some movement speed, which is nice. But yeah, and it gives you life leech, which is nice for the jungle, but you really don't need it before now. And I think I forgot to take the rune again. I'm not used to doing these. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, I've already, but I missed 2 runes. I'm still over 300 GPM. And ideally, actually, in a real game, you would not be jungling. You would be jungling at this point, but after you hit level 6 or level 7, you're really strong. If you go to your lane or you go to mid, they stun someone. It should pretty much be like an automatic kill. Because again, a level 4 of your Q, it does 360 damage. You can put down your ult on them, which means they don't heal at all. So this does the full 360 damage. Plus, I believe it's 300 damage at level 1 of your ult. So that's 660 damage at level 7. Plus, whatever damage your lane partner or mid puts out, and the enemy hero should really be dead. And I think honestly this is kind of where Salforis shines, between like levels 8 and I don't know, maybe like 16. Try to snowball, try to get into as many kills as you can. Jungle when there's no good opportunity to set up a gank, and you should be good. So yeah, that's about it. Take care.